It's not. It's past 10:30. But hold on real quick. We back. These cookies is not as good. Damn, nigga, it's 12 o'clock. Wait. Wait. Well, it's 11. It's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. That's good. Hold up, y'all. Hold up real quick. Breakup structure. Lower time frame builds higher time frames. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I'm trying to see something. Mmm. Oh. Oh, shit. I'm looking at these charts right now, and I see somebody. Nah, cuz lower time frame builds the higher time frame. So we got market structure, breaker structure. So breaker structure, this high was taken out by this high. This high was taken out by this high. So this is low, this is swing low. From here to here, swing high. This is all internal breaker structure. This is external. But like on a higher time frame, it's in a downtrend. But if you get closer, you feel me? This is all internal structure rate. So this a low, this a high. This high was broken by this high. Yeah, it's more into detail, but we're not even here to do that. Tell you, I'm gonna print half a meal off this bitch. Let's get into it before 1 o'clock hit. All right, so God damn. All right, let me go get like one more cookie, and let me stop playing. I'm gonna be done by 11:30, cause I gotta be up at like literally 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, I got to be up. Ooh, I got ice cream. So what's wrong with this big picture of Mary's mom subsidizing all this shit for Mary and Lamar, which are the two couples? I'm gonna learn this shit so well, and I'm gonna wake up printing 5K. So what's wrong with this picture? Adults who sit around waiting for the next dose of economic outpatient care typically are not very productive, right? Cash gifts are too often a mark for consumption and the support of an unrealistically high lifestyle. This is precisely what happened to Mary and Lamar. Their household's income earned their household annual earned income of $60,000 is the same amount a blue collar couple in their county earn with overtime. Both men and women drive buses for a living, yet they have a more realistic view of who they are and what they have achieved. Conversely, Mary and Lamar are living in a fantasy land. And they're living in a fantasy land because they they're they're living in a fantasy land because they in reality don't have enough to support this lifestyle that they're living. Even though that their mom, well, Mary's mom is, providing, they still don't have enough because when Mary's mom goes away, then this fantasy ain't gonna be so long. So the fantasy they're living in right now is not a long fantasy, right? They have to remember that. So this plan, this plan, upper middle class status is their social economic goal in life, meaning showing what they have. Does this mean that all adults of affluent, affluent parents are destined to become Marys and Lamars? Absolutely not. In fact, stated as the statistical probability, the more wealth parents accumulate, the more economically disciplined their adult children are likely to be. Note that America's millionaires are more than 5 times more likely than the average household to have a son or a daughter graduate from medical school. They are more than 4 times more likely to have a child who is a law graduate. Paying for an education is the equivalent to teaching your children how to fish. Mary's mother taught her daughter and son in law something else. She taught them how to spin. She taught them to look at. Wait, let me slow down. She taught them to look upon her as a fishing dispensing machine. There are many forms of economic outpatient care. Some have a strong positive influence on the productivity of the recipients. These include subsidizing your children's education and, more important, and marking gifts so they can start or enhance a business. Many self made millionaires, entrepreneurs know this intuitively. Unlike Mary's mother, they prefer to give their offspring's private stock, which cannot be readily traded in for a foreign luxury automobile. Conversely, what is the effect of cash gifts that are knowingly and marked for consumption and the propping up of a certain lifestyle? So like what is the effect of this? We find that the giving of such gifts is the single most significant factor that explains lack of productivity among the adult children of the affluent. All too often, such temporary gifts affect the recipient psyche. Cash gifts are marked for consumption dampen one's initiative and productivity. They become habit forming. These gifts then must be extended throughout most of the recipient's life. The subsidized lifestyle of many adults has another consequence. Neighbors see how Mary and Lamar live. What do they conclude? Too often it is that heavy spending is an acceptable way of life. For example, off and on for several years, Mary and Lamar have been on their neighborhood's welcome committee. Remember that the couple has also been active in fundraising for the private school their children attend. What message do Mary and Lamar communicate to their new neighbors? Recently, a hard charging, very successful salesman, vice president, and his family moved into the neighborhood. The sales executive was only 35 years old at the time. He earned nearly three times more income than Lamar, and he and his wife had three school age children. Within 10 minutes after welcoming his new neighbors, Lamar initiated his sales pitch. He told them that the public schools in the area were inferior, but that he had a solution to his problem. Lamar began to lecture his new neighbors about the benefits of the private school. The new neighbors listened attentively, then they asked about the tuition. Lamar told them the costs were much less significant than the benefits. The annual tuition at the high school, Lamar reported, was only $9,000. Lamar tells all his incoming neighbors the same thing. That is, that $9,000 is a small price for a great education. Why, of course, Lamar loves the school. It was a real bargain for him to send his children there, since Mary's mother paid the percentage of the tuition. Damn, Mary mother again, paying for all this shit. Uh, Later, the sales executive and his wife did some research on the local public school system. They found that it was far better um, academically than Lamar had told them. They decided that all their children would attend public schools. They were pleased with the quality education provided there. What is the value you place on a private school education? Automobiles, foreign travels, and a lovely home. Question mark. How sensitive are you to the prices of these products and services? Lamar is quite insensitive to high prices. The sales executive is just the opposite. Lamar finds it much easier to spend other people's money than his own. The sales executive, on the other hand, never received any economic outpatient care except for some. of his undergraduate college tuition. The sales executive is fully self sustaining today. Why? Because he and his family do not receive economic outpatient care in Mark for consumption. He spends much of his time enhancing his productivity by working harder and investing wisely. Conversely, Lamar and Mary spend much time anticipating the recipient of stronger doses of economic outpatient care. The questions of questions. What up? That was not me. Oh, it's about to be good. Hold on real quick. I'm confused then. Hold on real quick. All right. All right. It says the question of questions. You may ask, will I spoil my adult children if I give them cash gifts? All the effects of cash gifts on the adult children of the affluent cannot possibly be presented in one chapter. And it is important to note that those who receive such gifts are not the jobless dropouts. So often reported in the press, they are in fact likely to be well educated and to hold well respected occupational positions. The top 10 occupations of the adult children of the affluent are as follow. That is, corporate executives, entrepreneurs, middle class managers, physicians, advertising, marketing, sales professionals, attorneys, engineer, architect, scientists, accountant, college university professors, high school, elementary school teachers. These are the jobs that the affluent kids has. Nevertheless, it cannot be denied that adult children who receive cash gifts differ from those who don't. Let's contrast the wealth and the income characteristics of adult children who do receive with those who don't. Because age is highly correlated with both wealth and annual household income, it is important to attempt to hold age constant when making comparisons between gift receivers and non-receivers. It is also useful to examine the differences in these groups within each of 10 occupational classifications. Since different occupational groups tend to generate different levels of income and net worth, let's look at the survey. My words is like slurish, like I sipped a five or something. Let's look at a survey of gift receivers and non-receivers from all economic backgrounds in their earlier 40s to mid 50s. Hold up, y'all. We're not gonna go over the table. Note that in the eighth of the 10 occupational categories, gift receivers have smaller levels of net worth, which is wealth. Net worth equals wealth. It says, note that in 8 of the 10 occupational categories, gift receivers have smaller levels of net worth than those who do not receive gifts. For example, on average, accountants who are approximately 50 years of age and receive cash gifts from their parents have only 57% of the net worth of accountants in the same age group who do not receive gifts. Further, accountants who receive gifts generate only 78% of the annual income of accountants who don't receive it. Note that cash gifts were not included in computing the annual incomes of accountants who receive gifts. When these tax-free dollars gifts are added to the income of gift receivers, then on average, gift receivers have approximately 98% of the average annual income of non-receivers. In spite of this, they still only have 57% of the net worth of accountants who do not receive gifts. Accountants who receive gifts are not the only occupational groups that has lower income and net worth characteristics. As you can see in Table 5.2, gift receivers in 7 other occupational categories also have lower levels of net worth than non-receivers, including attorneys, 62%, advertising, marketing, sales professionals, 63%, entrepreneurs, 64%, senior manager executives, 65%, engineers, architects, scientists, 76%, physicians, 88%, middle managers, 91%. Gift receivers in only 2 of the 10 occupational groups have higher levels of wealth than non-receivers. It says gift receivers in only 2 of the 10 occupational groups have higher levels of wealth. Only 2 out of 10? Damn. In spite of having lower income than non-receivers, gift receivers who are high school elementary teachers have higher net worth than non-receivers. Teachers who receive gifts have 185% of the net worth of the average non-receiver, but only 92% of the income. College university professors who receive gifts have 128% of the net worth and 88% of the income of non-receivers. Affluent parents can learn a great deal from gift receivers, who are teachers and professors. Teachers and professors who receive cash gifts have a much higher propensity to accumulate wealth than do gift receivers in the other 8 occupational classifications. How can one explain this peculiarity? To do so, it is important first to explain why most gift receivers in general have a lower propensity to accumulate wealth than do non-receivers. I feel like I just read the Declaration of Independence. God damn. Sheesh. So basically, what this page is explaining is, you know, the 10 occupational groups that accumulate wealth and that don't accumulate wealth. And you know, all the numbers I was saying, 64%, this is their net worth level and then their income level. So I'm underlining right here, says affluent parents can learn a great deal from gift receivers who are teachers and professors. Teachers and professors who receive cash gifts have a much higher prosperity to accumulate wealth than gift receivers in the other 8 occupational classification. How can one explain this I don't know this word. Peculiarity? I never heard of that word. Peculiarity. Peculiarity. Uh, I'm just sitting in the studio just trying to get to you, baby. Ah, but this sounds so fucking dope, boys. But the truth is sitting prosperity, an inclination or a natural tendency to behave in a particular way.
Propensity.
Propensity. I said prosperity. Hey, now I know propensity. Y'all can't say I don't know the word. Niggas be like, how you don't know the word? Nigga, cause I don't. The hell you mean, cuz?
Propensity.
Propensity. Propensity. Propensity. Tendency. Habit. And kind. Propensity means habit. When y'all Google words y'all don't know, when y'all read books, and when y'all look at like Google's definition, Google is like a teacher to me. Google teaches you in a way you can't understand shit. You gotta say it in my language. I'm from the hood, so I need to hear it in my language, not Google's language. That should be difficult. They be saying all these other words when I look up a definition, like what the hell? But I'll just find the easiest definition that I'll remember, because I know me. I know how I learn. So propensity means habit. So let's go back and read what the fuck the sentence was saying. It says, affluent parents can learn a great deal from gift receivers who are teachers and professors. Teachers and professors who receive cash gifts have a much higher propensity, have a much higher habit to accumulate wealth. Okay, makes sense. All right, y'all. I know it wasn't on here long, but you know, I got back on here to read. You know, because what we read is basically like a EOC. What is an EOC? EOC is an economic outpatient care, to where if you have a affluent mother, she provides for you, which is economic gifts. I mean, not economic gifts, but um, financial gifts, which is money. And, you know, we got people like Mary and Lamar who uses the money to provide for a high consumption lifestyle. And now they thinking when mom dies, you know, we're gonna have to go lower. You feel me? Because now we don't got this money coming in like mom used to give us every year. You feel me? So that's not good. So close it out like this. I gotta get ready for BED so I can get this. I don't know. It didn't rhyme, but like I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, next day after that.